All right, guys. Um, all right. So, if you guys can see the title of the stream today, I wish it was something else, but today I unfortunately found some disturbing news this morning when I woke up. Today, Charlie Kirk was shot in university in Utah while attending an event, and you know, evidently the news came out that he passed away from his injuries. And it's a sad day for us here, at least for me. I drew a lot of similarities between my life and Charlie's life, and we're roughly the same age, and he's got a family and small children, and he leaves behind a large hole in their lives, and it's just sad news today, and I send my prayers and my thoughts to all those affected. I don't know if there's anything I can do or if there's anything that can be said to help with the grieving process for anybody affected, but it's just horrible news to find out today. And um, if you're an American and if you're watching from America, you know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow's gonna be 9/11, so we're gonna be followed by more sad shit, more bad news, and it just doesn't seem to end. So not to not to go into political debates here. I mean, maybe I will at some point throughout the stream, but it's just horrible what people can do to each other, and this was senseless. There's no reason for it. All the man did all of his life was speak to people, and somebody decided they didn't like what he had to say, and instead of talking to him and getting to the bottom of things with diplomacy and peace, they decided to take action and end his life. And they took away a father and a husband and an inspiration to a lot of youth in America, and it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible, and I truly hope that the people responsible burn in hell. There's nothing else to say about that. I don't have any sympathy for anybody that wishes harm on others like that. If you're going out of your way to commit crime and violence upon others that are otherwise doing nothing to harm you, you deserve no sympathy. You deserve all the bad things in life to happen to you. And I maybe that's me being spiteful. Maybe that's not the legacy or the lesson that Charlie Kirk wanted to bestow upon us. Maybe he wanted to have maybe the I don't know, the Jesus approach where you turn the other cheek, or the Martin Luther King idea where we all just live together peacefully, but there's no peace to be had here. Not when people are going out and committing violence for no reason. There's no way to end that without, giving it back to them. So that's kind of where my headspace is at. I'm clearly not as articulate as Charlie was, but I think that you got to meet evil where they are, and there's no way to stop evil without violence back. So I don't know. You take that with whatever grain of salt you want. I don't know. I don't know if that's even the phrase, but like I said, I'm not articulate, or I'm not as articulated as Charlie Kirk was. I can't use words the way he can, but that that's the way I see things. If you're going to go out of your way to commit harm to others, there needs to be a shepherd to keep the wolves at bay, and we've got a whole lot of wolves out there, a whole lot of them, and if you watch the news, it never fucking ends. We just had a woman in Charlottesville or Charlotte, Louisiana, just got stabbed randomly, made the headline news. That happens every day, everywhere in America. It just never seems to stop, and it needs to, because if we don't stop it now, we're not gonna have a future. We're just not. As an American society, this is not gonna last forever if this keeps up. And yeah, I'm just really bitter and really saddened by the news that the news of Charlie's loss, or the loss of his life. And yeah, I mean it's just so sad to see such a young man with such a bright future ahead of him, and such a young family. His kids will never grow up to know their father. That's the saddest part about all this too. And all for what? For words. Just for words. That all the man did was he went to colleges, he went around the world or around the country just speaking to people, sharing his ideas, and he gets killed for it. It'd be one thing if he had a scandal or if he was some kind of piece of shit in the background where he's, on Epstein's list or something where he's doing bad things behind the scenes. But no, this guy was a stand-up person. He went out and he showed you guys who he was. He went out into the public and he spoke his mind, and evidently that's enough. That's a death sentence right there. Just to share your opinions in a country where we're supposed to have freedom of speech. And yeah, I'm not going to try to make it too political here, but the most tolerant party, the people of peace, the people of acceptance, the people that supposedly condemn violence are usually the ones doing it. And that's why I think it's going to come to light in the weeks to come. I think we're going to find out that we're going to draw a lot of similarities between this shooter and the trans shooters that shoot up little schools full of kids, and it's probably similar to the people that shot at President Trump and attempted to kill him. It's the same group of people, the same fucking group, and it's not going to stop with words. It's not. But I'm not trying to go down that tangent right now. Maybe I'll come back to it again, but it's just such a sad day, and I'm bitter. I'm angry, and I feel like everybody else should be too. This is not good. And anybody that praises this, anybody that makes a joke or a meme out of this, let me find you. Let me find out who you are. That shit is not good. No, we're not going to have that around here. There's nothing funny about this. It's just horrible. This is actually the worst fucking thing that a human being can do to another is murder. And you guys are praising it? You guys are fucking making jokes and saying, oh, it's justified because he was anti-abortion or anti-lesbian or anti-LGB. So the fuck what? Killing a man over fucking words. He never advocated for harm on anybody. He never advocated for anybody to go and commit violent crimes against others. He never did that in his fucking life. And they murdered him for it. They murdered him for his fucking opinions. I wanted to jump on and play video games, but I don't know how far we're going to get into this. Just such a horrible fucking day. All over the internet, all over social media, you see people clowning on the act, saying it's a godsend that somebody put them down. That's fucking horrible. And it's all from the same types of people too. You look at their profile picture, you see a rainbow flag, or you see Black Lives Matter, or some Free Palestine bullshit on their banners. But no, by all means, when it's convenient for them, they're all about peace and tolerance. But when somebody's speaking in a public space, sharing their opinions, they're okay with that person leaving this plane of existence and destroying their families, destroying every future that could have possibly been. They're okay with that. It's a fucking mad world that we live in. It's fucking crazy. And it's just getting worse. It's only getting worse. And the news, the media, does not help. I think MSNBC also was saying some stupid shit. Let me see if I can find it. They were more or less saying along the lines that it was okay that the act happened because it was justified because otherwise Charlie was advocating for violence against trans or violence against LGBT. So they were like, okay, well, if he's saying we don't want to have LGBT in the fucking country anymore, then he's essentially saying, oh, let's kill them all. Who the fuck's advocating for that? Charlie wasn't. People get on their feelings and they get all in their headspace and they make up these assumptions of, oh, this is what this person's about because my friend said so, or the news station that I listened to said so. Meanwhile, they don't even fucking listen to the guy. They don't even want to hear a word he says. They won't even go on his Spotify podcast and listen to anything he's talked about in years that or in the previous years. They don't give a fuck about his opinion. They just want to see him dead. It's fucking horrible. And then they want to equate him to George Floyd, or they want to say that George Floyd was more justified in being upset about than Charlie Kirk. Or they want to say that what's the other one from Ferguson that burned down the he got shot by a cop because he was a fucking asshole criminal and he was breaking the law and assaulting people. They burnt down the whole town of Ferguson over some fucking dude, some criminal. But guess what? There's not going to be any fucking protests where we're burning down any American cities over the fucking death of Charlie Kirk. That's not going to happen. It only happens from the tolerant left. This is fucking it's so maddening, dude. I don't have good words for this. Like I don't know how to put my thoughts into words here. But it's just it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible that there are people in this world that think that way. They think it's justified that this man was killed. They think it's okay that they praise George Floyd and say he's a martyr, he's a hero. What did he fucking do for society besides rain chaos on everybody he was around? That man wasn't a good person. He's as bad as they go, or as bad as they come. You got a man of faith, a man with a family. All he's done his entire career is speak to people, and he's gunned down. If anything, you should equate Charlie Kirk to fucking Martin Luther King. But they won't do that. No, that would be a fucking wrench in the fucking gearbox. That would be a ripple in their fucking narrative. They wouldn't stand for that. Yeah, the party of tolerance and peace is over here fucking killing people left and right, and we're just supposed to be okay with it. Meanwhile, you got people on this platform, on Twitch and on Kick, that are advocating for terrorism in all countries in the world. You got Hassan Piker over there fucking saying that the Houthis and the fucking Yemens and all the Iranian terrorist factions are all good people. They're all honorable people because they're slaying Israelis. That's the kind of shit we live in. That's the world we live in. We got people like that exist, and there's a huge following, and nobody's stopping that. I get that there's freedom of speech, and everybody has the First Amendment here, but there has to be a fucking line. When they're advocating for violence on others and then praising terrorist groups and bad organizations, that needs to stop, because you got fucking retards out there that think that shit's okay, and then they act upon it. They go out and they fucking shoot people. They stab people. They go do bad things to other people that have done nothing wrong to society other than just existing. They get fucking killed for it. But no, Twitch won't fucking ban people that are advocating for violence. They won't do that. No, God no. They'll wish them happy birthday. Happy birthday, Hassan, you fucking dickhead. Just more of the same, dude. It's just always. And then they always replace one fucking bad apple with another. Charlie Kirk was a good one, and he's no longer with us, and it's sad to say. And, words can't bring him back. But, I don't know. I needed to say something. I'm torn up by this. I look at pictures of Charlie Kirk and his family, and I just see my younger brother with his young child, and I'm wondering if that's the world that my nieces and nephews and my brothers and family members have to live with. Like, is that the future that we have, where we can't have a fucking peaceful assembly without being shot for our opinions or just existing? It's I don't have the words. I just don't have the words, man. And it's a cliche, but for those that believe in God, hopefully prayers are heard and his family can find peace in some way, and hopefully Charlie and all those around him can find life in heaven somewhere, or if you believe in heaven, they can have peace. Because it's hell down here. It's hell. We're living in hell. It's fucking horrible. And yeah, like I said, tomorrow's 9/11, and we're gonna see fucking memes of the planes crashing into the towers, killing thousands of people, and people are gonna be laughing. It's all gonna be a joke. This is the world we live in. These are the people we call our neighbors, fellow Americans. This is where we're at in 2025. In a country without God, without a common goal, no shared culture, nothing to keep us combined in our efforts to find peace in this life. Nope, we just gotta fucking make jokes and fucking advocate for violence upon the innocent, I guess. That's where we're at in 2025. All of you advocating for that shit should be ashamed of yourselves. And I hope that one day you wake the fuck up. Absolutely deplorable behavior. It makes me fucking sick. It does. And I've seen some bad shit. And this stuff just, it turns my stomach. It does. But yeah, I could pray for peace all day long, but I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think we're going to have peace in this life. But I guess I'll have this moment then just to collect my thoughts a little bit. I got a little carried away there. Just horrible day. Horrible news. I'm sure we'll come back to this topic later. In the meantime, I'm going to put on some music. We're going to try to turn our brains off, I guess. Just escape this day, I guess. We'll try to have some kind of fun in the game, but yeah, I don't know. I'm torn up today. It's a bad day for me. Even worse for Charlie and his family. We live in a world without empathy. All right, the music's coming live now, guys.